Hello and welcome to my world of crochet. My name is Dina and today I'm here with you for another yarn haul video. This is a very small yarn haul in fact, but that's not of its essence. It's my third official yarn haul from the Dutch web store Wolplein. You can also find it in English under the name Yarn Plaza. Here we have it. So it is actually just this very small package of yarn because they had this nice sale on some drops yarn, and you could say this is a woolen small yarn haul, and they also had a discount on the amount you had to order to get free shipping. So I found some projects that I wanted to make with this yarn, and I decided to order it now when it was both on sale plus I could get a reasonably cheap shipping, or I didn't have to order that much to get free shipping for one of the coupon codes they send out. And of course, I found three nice projects. Again, I might regret it. I found them on drops, and it wouldn't be the first time I'm told, Stina, you should know that you end up getting a headache from these drops patterns, which is partially true and partially wrong. So far, it's 50-50. 50 of them I work no issues, and 50% of them I'm like, why did I start doing this? Because honestly, the patterns could be described better. But this is my small yarn haul, and it will mainly be some yarns from drops, or it is only yarns from drops. But as always, we cannot really talk yarn without me having my faithful mug of tea here. And today this mug of tea contains my tea that's called Winter Time. Winter Time is a black tea. It's probably also dark in that sense. It's a black tea, and it contains a flavor of both orange and cinnamon, which gives us, at least in Europe, Northern Europe, especially like Scandinavia, apparently also here in the Netherlands, oranges and cinnamon is often related to winter and to Christmas, based on basically, we do lots of sweets that's containing cinnamon, and it's also when it seems to be time for mandarins, clementines, oranges, etc. These citrus fruits coming up and being shipped up from the southern part of Europe, because obviously, unfortunately, the climate here is not warm enough to be able to grow them directly outdoor, though we do have lots of other types of fruit here. Apples, pears, cherries, and you name it, plums. But yeah, so that's the Winter Time tea. And it's a little bit warm still, because I just made it, of course. But let's open it. And actually, this is quite nice because it says here, we use recycled plastic for our bags. That's kind of nice to know, right? Some crochet stuff. You have website URL here for those that's interested. I'm ordering from wolplein.nl because obviously I am in the Netherlands. But the same store can also be found on wolplatz.de or yarnplaza.com for those that's interested. And I am gonna, hopefully, actually I think it's gonna be easier with maybe a scissor by the looks, open this bag, and we're gonna have a look at the yarns that I got. And I'm quite curious, to be honest, at least myself, because I just seen them on the web store. Oh, this feels good. This feels really, really good. I'm just going to take them out. So I bought a couple of skeins of each, and it does seem that they have mixed it in here. So I'm just going to try to take them out so we don't need to talk about them multiple times. So the first project that I ordered yarn for, I ordered this Drops alpaca yarn. This matches my shirt even. And oh, this is soft. This is like squishy soft. Obviously you can see also it's thin. So this is a very fine weight yarn, but this is soft. And you can smell there's a wool content in it, but it doesn't smell like inky or something like that. Let's say Drops alpaca mix. And as you can see, it's a bit of a heathered look you have here, which means there's different types of greens and some like a dry greens more towards a bit like hay yellows or hay greens. Very, very lovely feeling to this. I am definitely happy, absolutely happy with the feeling of this yarn. I've never had the Drops Alpaca in my hand before, so for me it's a brand new feeling. And it does say here below actually, so it says alpaca mix, and here down here it says an all-time favorite. I can imagine. Wow, this is really like, this is nice. I can even imagine getting sweaters of this. This is really nice. It's considered their yarn group A, which is basically meaning that it's the finest yarn they have. They have yarn group A, B, C, etc. And A is like a lace weight or 2-weight yarn, somewhere in between. So let's talk about this absolutely gorgeous yarn. It says here it's 100% alpaca. So if that's true, I will be a really happy woman. It's made in Peru, so it's a Peruvian yarn. Drops is a Norwegian brand, but they do get this yarn made in Peru. It's a colorway 7238, and it's the one they call olive green. And I do agree, sort of, this is olive green. It's at least a very happy green, right? 100% alpaca, as I mentioned, so that's great. It's 100% alpaca yarn, and you can feel it. Like, it's not scratchy. It's definitely, it's scarfable. It's friendly. It's probably even warm. Like, I'm expecting it to be lovely warm. They recommend a 3mm knitting needle or 3mm crochet hook. So it's a very small crook size. So that's like a C hook, something like that, according to this. Each of these skeins are 50 grams. 50 grams is the same as 1.75 to 1.8 ounces. And you get 183 yards. So that will be 167 meters. And yeah, it's 100% alpaca. It's absolutely, holy smokes. But yes, it's thin. This is gonna be a thin project I'm gonna be working on. But this feels really nice. I'm really happy. And I got 5 skeins of them to total up, so I could make a good amount of damage. Look at this, 5 absolutely lovely heathered skeins of alpaca mix of the olive green. Ooh. So of this absolutely gorgeous yarn, I had planned to make a shawl, the one up here. At least I should do it well enough, the shawl up here. And that's the one that's called Thoughts of Ireland, and it's by Drops Design. I think the name fits well because it's green, and Irish is known for the green. And this is really like, this is a really lovely green. As you can see, this is a nice circle pattern shawl, and it's crocheted from top down. That's pretty much the only thing I've noticed. So I checked how much yarn I needed to do it. I roughly had a look, and then basically I hope that I can create it. And it's just one of the many projects that I will be having laying around for eternity probably. But you know, it's always nice to have a project to start on, because I really work on different projects depending on how my feels and needs are. So that was the first I have. So that's the thought I have for this 5 skeins. Then the next project I planned for contains, let's see if I can, I'm trying to keep track of them. Because they are all a little bit, oh, I dropped them on the floor, just a moment. I have some more Drops Alpaca, and that will be this gorgeous one. And this is not the mix one, but it's the Drops Alpaca Unicolor. So it's It's a full color of the same, and you can also see that when we look a bit closer up. This is not heathered in the same way like this is. You see here different colors in, where this is just a plain color. It's also 100% alpaca. So basically, these two yarns have the exact same specs. The only difference is that this is heathered or mixed look, where this is a solid color. Also made in Peru, drops alpaca unicolor, and it's still an all-time favorite. I can imagine, it feels really great. I'm not sure if this is my color though, but that doesn't matter. I'm still gonna make a project from it. It's the colorway 2917, so 2917. And it's the color they name a turquoise. I would probably say, but it could be the lighting, that it's a bit more blue than turquoise. I think it needed a bit more like a green shade, not much to be more of a turquoise color. Could be also more like a sea blue. Like, think about the Caribbean Ocean, or some sort of more, in any case, a more tropical ocean, where you have really blue water. I can see this being some of the water there, color-wise, that is. So again, we have the same spec. So it's a yarn group 8, so it's a thin yarn, and you can definitely see that when I hold it up here against my fingers. At best, this is like a 2 weight. It's probably more like 1.5 weight. Almost feels like it. Probably maybe 2 weight. I don't know. It's thin. It's yarn group A again. 3mm crochet hook or knitting needle. 50 grams. So 1.75, 1.8 ounces to 167 meters. So that's 183 yards, and again 100% alpaca. So this alpaca yarn, I got 4 skeins of this turquoise color, 4 of them, and again they are really insanely soft. And I planned for this to make a shawl called water pearl, and the water pearl I've shown up here, and the water pearl is made with 4 skeins. So that's why I bought 4 skeins. And it's a triangle shawl, as you can see, with a lace pattern. And what's special about this shawl is probably it will likely be my first shawl that I will be crocheting from the bottom of the tip and upwards. So you crochet up like this instead of normally you crochet like this with mini shawl. This one goes from bottom to up. So that will be my first time trying to do that technique, unless I find another project I will do first. But that's kind of the outlay for this shawl, and I'm really curious about that, obviously, as to how that works out for me. Maybe I'll find a new favorite way of crocheting shawls. You really never know, right? Do you? Then the last project that I bought some yarn for, to point 1, meet the minimum requirement for shipping, and point 2, to get some more yarn that I've only heard of but never had in my hands. Like yarn is just lovely. We like yarns, yarn hauls. So I have one more of this alpaca unicolor, but it's a different color. As you can see, they are definitely 2 different. And now when you look at them together, I would say this is definitely turquoise. But just looking at this like this, you could also call it more like light blue, but holding them together, you can see this is turquoise. And this one is the one they actually call light blue. And that is the colorway 6205. So it's maybe a bit difficult here to get into the screen. 6205. I have 2 of them. So it's the same yarn specs as all the other alpacas we've had. And next to this, I also, because this is a project that I'm going to hold double threads, and the thread that I'm going to hold it double with is the Drops a Kid Silk. This is like crazy soft and fussy and extremely thin and lots of fuss. Like, holy, I can't imagine something being this thin. Look at this. Like, this is like like a 0 weight. It says here, Drops Kid Silk unicolor. And this is the kit silk that they named Grey Blue. But it is the one that's suggested by the pattern because these two go really, really well together, and I do agree. I did get 2 of them. And let's talk about this one. It's a colorway 7, as I said, Grey Blue. And it says here, Drops Kit Silk, soft and luxurious in a super kit mohair and silk. They classified as yarn group A. I would probably call it negative A. Is there any letter before A? Though there isn't, but if there was a letter before A, I definitely feel this would be the letter before A, given this is also an A. Just saying. These 2 donuts, they're only 25 grams each. So that's less than an ounce. So actually they're suggesting they're about 0.9-ish, maybe a little bit less than 0.9 ounces. That's not much. And for those 25 grams, you get 210 meters of yarn. That's 230 yards. So it does a lot of damage for the weight. And obviously, as you can figure out, it does really need to be doubled. It's 75% mohair and 25% silk. So it's quite luxurious yarn indeed. And it does also feel luxurious. And I think I still got like 30% discount on it, maybe. I would have to check up on that. Not that it's super important, but I imagine that I wouldn't have bought these yarns unless there were like 30% discount on top of the super cheap shipping option. This is fluffy yarn funky. I like it. So what am I gonna make from 2 skeins of this? Drops Kit Silk and Drops 2 skeins of Drops Alpaca Uni. I am going to make this a sweet caress. I'm unsure if it's pronounced sweet caress or sweet caress. Yeah, I think I would say caress because of the double S. Regardless, it takes 2 skeins of each to make. And it's a warm neck. So it's a neck warmer / cowl. And it's made in this warm alpaca and kit silk blend. And it's something that I will definitely be really happy to be using because I do like scarves, cowls, etc. in the winter, especially if I leave my house. I am the type that quickly gets this breeze and freeze. So yeah, it's definitely also a project that's on top of my list. And yeah, you will be holding these 2 strands together to create your yarn. And that's pretty much the projects that I've planned out here. Looking forward to get started, and I hope you enjoyed this small yarn haul talking about alpaca yarns, mohair yarns and silk yarns, because that's what it is. So it's a luxurious yarn haul, in fact, from Drops Design with some great Drops patterns. What I will do is I will bag these individually in some small Ziploc bags, and in that Ziploc bag I will put a note as to what I had planned to make with them, because and I'm sure that I do not forget my initial plans, because sometimes I do buy yarns for projects. I write down the projects that I want to make, and then when I have the yarns in my hand, I somehow either lost the pattern that I decided to make or whatnot. Now I've downloaded the patterns on my PC, and I've written next to the patterns that have the yarn, etc., and what I've planned to use for it. And this next step is basically to do them into Ziploc bags and write a little post-it note or write on the Ziploc bag, this is the name of the project I want to make, so that I know that I will be not forgetting it and I will be making it. The only question is basically when I will make it. It could be now, it could be in a year or 2. Time will show, it depends on time available. It was a pleasure showing you this absolutely luxurious yarn haul from Wolplein. Drops can be obtained from many yarn stores, and this was just a place where I found a good deal. And of course, as always, they provided me a pretty good service. I think it's shipped in, like I ordered them Sunday, and I received them Wednesday maybe. It took them an extra day to ship than normal, but still, it was still shipped within 2 days. And after shipping, it's usually delivered on the day following shipping. So I still think that's a pretty reasonable and quick handling time. So that's definitely also appreciated. That's it for now. Take care, happy crafting. And if you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. And it also helps you getting notified or get on your home screen feed when you open for your YouTube. You will see any new videos that I'm posting, tutorials, yarn hauls, yarn talks, giveaways, and much more. Thank you for being amazing, and take care until I see you again. Bye.